This is the We Are Memory Keepers Bloom Storage. It comes in 2 sizes and 3 colors. This is the mint green. The other 2 colors are white and rose pink. And this is the regular size. The other sizes they have is like the mini version of this one. Just to help it open easier, I'm going to tilt it to the left and then hold on to one of the pedals and slide it open with the other hand. That way it has an easier time opening, because if I just do the knob by itself, it's going to kind of get stuck at some point. That's one thing to keep in mind if you decided to buy one of these things. So these are the embellishments that I store in here, all kinds of different things. These are little 3D sticker flakes, gemstones. These are very cute and colorful. I have a whole bunch of paper clips as well, white, pink, and blue, transparent. These are really easy to work with. I can do it in all kinds of layouts. I also tend to like acrylic embellishments. These are from Bramble Fox Company. I will share links in the description of the stores that I tend to buy from, as well as where to buy this, and the different colors. We have labels in different colors, as well as chipboard embellishments. These are very paintable. What I would do is put gesso on top of them and then paint whatever color I need to match my layouts. So we have butterflies, flowers, stars, and hearts as well on the bottom. And these I got from Joann Fabrics. It's one of those cheap $1 chipboard embellishments. Very colorful. Well, this one, I don't think this one was in the same set. It was mostly these that were together, the florals. One thing that's pretty cheap to collect as embellishments are buttons in different colors and sizes, because they tend to come in variety packs. I like to get them in unique patterns like this. Let me show you some of the other chipboard embellishments I put in here. I like this one, it's pretty cool. And then butterflies. Let me show you this. The butterflies look really pretty as well. For larger embellishments, they would fit on the bottom shelves, thankfully. This takes up quite a bit of space. I have a bunch more embellishments to add, like these. I'm going to put them here because they go together with these. I painted this one with gel pen. I want to make more of these in order to match them with different hearts. This also has some storage at the top. These are a bunch of different special paper clips. Let me show you. This is a heart. This one's a chair. Then we have a planet. Also, the word love, a TV, a rainbow, and some cardstock gems I cut out from a scrapbook page. It fits in here perfectly. So I had like little ones that were cutouts from old sets. So I'm gonna try to find out where to put them. I guess I'll put them in here on this side because there's less space, that's taken up from there. I have a little car. It's like I have some city themed stuff. Pigeons, coffee maker, a globe, and a little bird, a car, and some other things that I kind of cut out manually. Sometimes I turn stickers and put them on to leftover pieces of scrap, and then I make them into embellishments. I got these from a My Chemical Romance concert, and it was one of the cheapest souvenirs I could buy. Usually at concerts, things tend to be pretty overpriced, especially like hoodies and things like that. And then I'll use them to document how the concert went in 1 or 2 scrapbook pages. Also got these little pearl cabochons. I think they're acrylic. But I'll just glue them on if I'm looking for something that'll add more dimension to my scrapbook pages. And these could be used for jewelry, but I might put them on scrapbook pages instead. They are tarnishing. I'm on the fence as to whether or not I should color them or just keep them as is. So in the meantime, I'll just put them here. And now I want to show you some scrapbook pages I have made in the past using my embellishments. So if you ever have Polaroid photo frames, you don't have to put a picture in it. You can also use it to highlight a title for the whole scrapbook page. So I put in thickers and then put in the cute little puffy cat embellishments, and then these on the side for some sparkle. Sometimes I like to outline or highlight certain elements around a photo to kind of give it like a hand-drawn look. And then I added a tag with some cord, random cord that was left over to give it some more 3D elements to it. And I basically like to scribble sometimes and just do like some doodling around my photos. And then I kind of left this alone to give it some breathing room. This one was like a really simple layout. For this one, I used a Cricut SVG file to cut out this tree, and then I kind of trimmed off one of the branches like on the other half and put it down here to frame the image. And then I kind of made it a little distressed look down the middle, so to kind of blend it in a little bit better between this and the green. And then I grabbed a wall decal sticker and made it into a jumbo embellishment, and added 2 more elements that were cut out from a scrapbook page. On this page, I documented my visit at the Byodo-in temple in Oahu, which is one of the Hawaiian islands. I visited there in June 2019, and I basically captured, different spots around the area. I really enjoyed walking out in nature because it felt really peaceful. And here again, I used another Polaroid frame and then put some more puffy stickers. I also used a bunch of sticky note leaves to frame the edges, and I used some stamps on the corners. I stapled the tab on the outside to hold the picture in place. I had issues with the photos sliding out and kind of peeking out of the pocket when I wanted them to stay in place. I love this photo of the temple. It's one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken with my smartphone. They look so nice. It's a really good shot. And this looks pretty big in person. I also used some letter thickers. I stamped them onto cardstock and cut them out, and used some 3D embellishments. I'll read what it says here. I'll never forget this enchanting place. We rang the Bansho, the sacred bell, which is said to bring tranquility and purity to the mind of evil and temptation. And here it says, established in June 7th, 1968, to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the first Japanese immigrants to Hawaii. This temple is a replica of the original one in Uji, Japan. So I thought this was like one of my favorite places that I've ever visited so far, because the one in Japan is not open to the public. So it's cool that they made a replica that people can actually visit who are not monks. Remember the paper clips I showed you earlier in this video? I used them in this layout. And I cut out some shapes from a paper punch and put this on the corner and kind of just let it down here. I basically made a pattern out of the embellishments, the stars, the gems, and again the puffy cats. I had only 1 or 2 sheets of them, but I kept using them on the pages related to the temple. This looks really cool. I think I really like the way this came together. It's full of dimension. This in the background is a piece of corrugated cardboard that was taken or recycled from a box of perfume. And I colored it so that way it'll really pop and go with the blue of this cardstock. And then I stamped the birds again, added a letter here, and then framed the picture on another piece of cardstock. Also added some letters on the side here and kind of gave it some breathing room between here and here. This is the background. Thankfully, I didn't really cover up too much of it. I added some more blue to the corner of the page to really bring it together. Overall, I think it's pretty cohesive. This was from a really old paper pad that was Asian themed, and I finally made some good use of it. I really like the way this layout came together, and I was being careful not to cover up too much of the background. So I used more letter thickers and then put in some embellishment gemstones on the bottom to sort of underline it. I used a Cricut cut file to make a building and then put this at the bottom of it to kind of bring it together and anchor it towards the bottom. And then I put in this vinyl sticker on the side to really bring it together and give it some more personality. Next, I have this page when I went to a music festival or concert in Wynwood, Florida. It was a pretty cool event. They had this spray painted building to make it look like a boombox, which I really thought was neat. I used leftover tissue paper from gift wrap so that it would look more organic and give it some movement or a pop of color in the background to anchor this together. I like the pop of blue in the border, and I tore a piece of scrapbook paper off. I wanted to give it some more pattern in the background. It's not too busy. I think it's just right. I believe these are from Amy Tangerine from the same collection, and I think it kind of comes together really nicely. So overall, I think pink and purple are a very good combination to use on scrapbook pages. Sometimes I attend the Renaissance Festival here in Florida, and I tried the turkey legs for the first time. It was more than enough to satisfy my hunger. And I really like some of the figures that they had there to pose with and take good photos. I glued chipboard letters and used the mini stamps in the corners with some shiny washi tape and a couple of chipboard stars that I manually painted. I really like watercolor or brushstroke backgrounds. I feel like it's very artistic and looks pretty cool on scrapbook layouts. I stamped this pattern on textured cardstock. To bring it together and really make the page look cohesive, I like to add in photo corners and cut them out in opposite colors. So here was the white, I put the white here. Here's the teal that matches this side. I used more washi tape on this end and then used the sticker that said "Say Cheese," put it on a cardstock, and then distressed the edges. Here it says, each weekend the Renaissance Festival has a different theme. Today was Viking Day. So fun to see everyone dressed up. I really like watching the performances with the funny actors and the people who are very skilled at doing different things like juggling on a horse. That's what he did, which is insane. It's very talented. So the color scheme is orange, teal, green, and off-white. As you can see, I really have a thing for caboodles. This one is called the Creatology Art Box. I got it from Michael's a few years ago. I don't think they sell them anymore. I used to see them in stores in green, in this color, and in pink. So let's open it. Inside, they hold different things like thread and ribbon, which I tend to use for gift wrapping or for making cards for different holidays like birthdays and Christmas. These are some random embellishments that are pretty gems and cute wings. I'm just trying to figure out what to glue these on, but I'll figure that out later. And then mermaid cabochons. And these were more like an impulse buy. I've yet to figure out what to glue these on. And the tray comes out like that. And I have a whole bunch of ribbons. I tend to like gray a lot. And then these I've used on some really pretty gift wrapping. I bought some random ones on sale. Most of these are from Hobby Lobby. Some of them are see-through, which is pretty. And these if I want to use shaker cards. I've been meaning to use this velvet trim to make chokers. As you can see, I haven't used it yet. It's pretty much brand new. Okay. This one is not super full, but it has room for more embellishments in the future. And I really like the cut gem aesthetic on here. I think it's really cool. If you can't find this on Michaels or anything, I can probably find it on eBay at least, and then I'll link them in the description. Here's another container I've used for my scrapbook storage. It's actually more like a nail polish or makeup container, but it's really sturdy, and I think it was perfect for this too. I have some random embellishments that I still need to use up. These are some Project Life cards that I got a few years ago. I think this is from the Knick Knack collection. Still in brand new condition. I haven't really used any of them because I took a break from scrapbooking as I was exploring other hobbies. But I really do like the color theme. It's really pretty and kind of fun to play with. Okay, let me put that aside. I cut out some random sheets of watercolor paper. I was thinking of doing either tarot cards or maybe bookmarks, but I wasn't sure yet. I have more summer themed embellishments. Because of how much space is on top of the lid, I can fit some tall things in here, including bigger Project Life cards as well, the 4x6. Oh, this got stuck. Let me open this up. They're dual-sided, which is cool. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm going to do a vertical one or a horizontal one, so I get to have the freedom to choose which version I like better. And more acrylic embellishments that I couldn't fit in the other container. Photo frames almost always come in handy when it comes to scrapbooking. Got some random sticker embellishments. So there's plenty of room for all the stuff in here. So it really came in handy. I think I only spent maybe $5 to $10 on this. I picked out a bunch of pretty and practical organizers and linked them in the video description, including the Bloom Storage. So take a peek if you're curious and treat your space to something cute. Thanks for watching. Bye!